Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Eternal1102 and I'm back today. I'll be doing a manga summary on My Hero Academia chapter 192. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that notify bell button to let you know when new content like this gets dropped. But either way, let's just get this going. Alright guys, we pick back up in My Hero Academia. It's been 2 days since the attack with the Nobu and Endeavor, defeating the Nobu, and Hawks' revelation of being a double agent to try to infiltrate the League of Villains. Endeavor had to go through some surgery, and Recovery Girl had to help him also to get back on his feet. As for Miruku, the one who saved Endeavor and Hawks from Dabi, she just hopped in and hopped out quickly. She is on her way to figure out what's going on with these Nomus. But that was much about her. We just pick up with Endeavor and Hawks walking together. And Hawks' head, he's like, thinking, hey, I did all this so we would be targets so he can hold up his end of the proposal against the villains. And Endeavor's just overthinking everything. Of course, he's a hero. He's trying to figure out stuff. He's like, it's so convenient that they sent a Nomu out. They sent, Dabi to get him. Like, everything was planned. Like, he doesn't know what's going on, but he knows there's something suspicious going on, and he's telling Hawks to be careful when he gets back to his investigation, because Hawks does tell him that he needs a couple more days to get all his feathers back so he can get back on the case. Hawks does tell Endeavor that he feels bad for his eye and, everything that's happened to him. And Endeavor's like, don't worry, these battle scars, these injuries are all my own doing, which Hawks is like, hey, I'm going to take your line. I probably butchered the way he said it, but it's okay. At this point, we see Hawks. He walks Endeavor to a train station, and he says his goodbyes, and he does feel a little, warm that Endeavor is being considerate and telling him to find someone to help him just during his investigation. But Endeavor, of course, he's like, I'll burn you, kind of thing. As Endeavor is going to the train station and Hawks is saying his goodbyes, Hawks is thinking back to the force that has him going undercover, and how he feels a little weird because the proposal, their clean way of saying they're going to sacrifice a hero for him to infiltrate the villains. It's kind of weird. Like, you go back a little to figure out that Hawks, when he was little, he saved a lot of people, and he was really little when this happened, and it's just something that he feels that he needs to make all heroes have an easy day. He just wants everything to be fast. He doesn't want to take forever for heroes to be pretty much not useless, but not needed. Like a world where it's peaceful and heroes need to be just there as a symbol of peace, not, actually having to go out on the lines and, almost die to save people. He wants it to be safe for people to be out. Like Hawks, he's like, he doesn't care about being corrupted. He just wants everyone to be free and have heroes just to have more time than they need. And he really wants to do that as fast as he can. Alright, so Endeavor shows up at the Todoroki household. He sees his three beautiful children, Todoroki Shoto, the Icy Hot, who's still in school. Then we see Natsu and his sister. I forget the sister's name. I'm sorry, I'll figure it out eventually. But they're all there eating, and Endeavor shows up. And instead of a welcome back or anything, the Todoroki boys just start slurping their soup or their meal, and everyone's like, well, the sister's like, hey, come on, let's congratulate him. He's done a lot of good work. And, Shoto, he's like, hey, that's a nasty scar you have. And, it's just kind of awkward. All this awkwardness in the Todoroki household is, like, killing it, really. Out of nowhere, Natsu gets up pretty much saying he can't do this. He can't pretend that everything's changing. And as he's about to leave, Endeavor stops him. He's like, hey, if you have something to say, just say it to me. And Natsu pretty much goes off on his father, saying, hey, I'm not going to forgive you for what you did to Shoto. I'm not going to forget what you did to my mom. Just because you're trying different stuff, like you're trying to be a new person, doesn't change your past. And Endeavor's like, yo, calm down. Like, I am not trying to forget my past. I'm trying to face my past. And Natsu just not having any of this. He, says sorry to his sister, and he's like, I just can't stay. And he just dips out. But before he dips out, he's like, he doesn't know how his mom, his sister, and everyone can forgive him. Like, he just can't. Like, he doesn't want to forgive Endeavor, and it's just, I don't know what to do with, I don't know what it's going to happen with them. Like, they're having a bad chemistry, the Shoto clan. And I get it, Endeavor has been a crappy father to them. As Natsu leaves, the TV is on, and in the background you hear, the news station saying, Endeavor, everyone's confidence is still wavering on him. And I know one of the kids that asked for Endeavor's, or one of the kids from earlier in the chapters actually pokes his head saying, Endeavor is good, he just fought his butt off, everyone give him props pretty much. And that kind of inspires him. And, slowly but surely, more people come out having more support for Endeavor. Like, Endeavor's starting to see on the TV that people are out there for him. Like, he realizes, hey, that's the kid from earlier. And he's starting to feel these warm, fuzzy feelings, I feel, that, he's not, like, he is trying to confront his past and he's trying to move forward. He's trying to be the number one hero that he can be. He didn't want it the way it happened. Like, he didn't want it to be hand-me-down. He wanted to work for it. But circumstances happened and, All Might had to go and he became the new number one. Shoto ends up telling, Endeavor that, he knows that one small inspiration can change someone's perception, my bad. And he wants to see what kind of father Endeavor is going to be with this new lifestyle change, mentality change, whatever you want to call it. Like, Endeavor does feel bad of everything, and he wants to atone for all the things he said. He even pretty much is about to leave, and he tells Fuyumi, which I finally remembered her name. He tells Fuyumi that he's sorry and he wants to go, talk to Natsu because he said things wrong to him and he feels like he needs, to correct it, and he just walks off. We get back to Midoriya. He comes back into his room after a long day of training and he just, gets on his bed instantly. He has a dream or a vision, whatever he calls it, of a beautiful woman, and then he starts realizing that they're all the predecessors of the All For One ability, and he's just trying to figure out what this all means, kind of thing. He sees the original creator, the All For One, who has the ability, and his brother, One For All. Like, they're both facing each other, in this dream sequence, and we don't know what's about to happen. This is all in Midoriya's mind. I don't know if this is the memories of All For One and One For All. I don't know what this is, but hopefully they explain it. It's getting interesting, though, that Midoriya is actually able to link into his past, predecessors. But that's it for this chapter. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will see you next week with the next My Hero chapter. Bye.